I think it'll be one of the biggest occasions of the century here in Ennis. I think it's going to be massive for the town.
Every summer, a small Irish town transforms into the heartbeat of a global music tradition. Streets overflow with melodies that echo centuries of heritage. Teenagers with fiddles, grandfathers with bowrons, and children learning the tin whistle for the first time. They all come together in a celebration that is just as much about identity as it is about music. This is the Fleadh Cheoil. Fleadh Cheoil na hÉireann, the Music Festival of Ireland, is the world's largest annual celebration of Irish traditional music, song and dance. Organised by Comhaltas Ceoltóirí Éireann, or CCE, the Fleadh is many things all at once. A fierce music competition, a cultural summit, a town-wide party even, and for many a rite of passage. Since its inception in 1951, the Fleadh has grown from a modest gathering to a sprawling week-long festival, attracting hundreds of thousands from across the globe. It is both hyper-local, rooted in a different host town each year, and international, drawing competitors and fans from the Irish diaspora in Britain, North America, Australia, Japan, and beyond. They barred the country house dance, and the priests were erecting parish halls. Then the emigration started. A lot of lads I used to play with went off to England and America, and there was no one but myself. I used to nearly cry, nowhere to go, no one to meet, no sets in the houses, nothing left but the hall. That's a quote from Junior Crehan, a fiddle player from West Clare. Once spoke with sorrow about how Irish music and dance began to fade from everyday life. The 1935 Public Dance Halls Act had outlawed the informal house dances that once filled rural homes with music and community. With fewer gatherings and the rise of emigration, opportunities to share tunes and stories vanished almost overnight. But it was this decline that set the stage for a powerful comeback. The story begins in Mullingar, County Westmeath. At the time, traditional Irish music was losing some ground to imported popular styles, and also thanks to emigration. But over the next few decades, a gradual but powerful revival unfolded, thanks to events like the Fleadh and legendary groups such as the Chieftains, the Dubliners, and the Wolf Tones, who helped catapult traditional music back into the public eye. But let's move back a bit from the era of the Dubliners, back to 1951. A group of passionate musicians concerned about a decline in musical standards came together to form Comhaltas Ceoltóirí Éireann. Their mission was to revive, promote and protect Irish traditional arts, and from what we see today, they succeeded. Their first major act was the organisation of a national music festival, the Fleadh Cheoil. 3 individuals in particular, Cáit I Winnicán, Éamon O'Minnicán and Philip Mullally. These 3 are recognised for their contributions to that inaugural event. Small in size but immense in significance. It offered musicians a platform to compete, network, share tunes and build a sense of community. It brought together regional styles and traditions, creating a melting pot that would shape the next 70 years of Irish music. The Fleadh didn't stay small for long. By the late 1950s, regional and provincial competitions were introduced to manage the growing numbers of participants. Qualifiers now span counties, provinces and continents even. By 1957, Comhaltas had established branches in Britain. The network would eventually reach the US, Canada, Australia and Japan. Today, more than 400 Comhaltas branches operate worldwide, each acting as a hub for cultural expression. Of course, growth brought challenges. Some early Fleadhs faced crowd control issues. A few even made headlines for hooliganism, groups unaffiliated with the music scene using the festival as an excuse to cause trouble. Property was damaged, people were injured, and local communities grew wary. But every stumble became a lesson. Organisers improved stewarding, partnered with local councils and Gardaí, and built better infrastructure. Hosting a Fleadh became a serious responsibility, and one that towns grew more capable of handling. comhaltas learned to scale without losing its soul. Hooliganism wasn't going to win this time round. What emerged wasn't just a bigger festival, but a smarter, stronger one. Through it all, the music stayed at the centre. At its heart, the Fleadh is about music. Thousands of musicians compete in over 180 categories, from solo fiddle to uilleann pipes, set dancing, storytelling. The stakes are high, but the camaraderie is just as strong. Outside the competitions, street sessions are everywhere. Pubs, cafes and sidewalks become alive with impromptu gatherings. Strangers become collaborators. Tunes are shared and passed on in real time. Then there are the ceilis, community dances that bring young and old together in pure joy. For many, these are the moments that linger the longest. Ask any Fleadhgoer, and they'll have a story. Ria Adachi, a young harpist from Japan, captured hearts when she won the slow air competition in the 12 to 15 age category for the harp. Or Kozo Toyota, another Japanese performer whose dedication to Irish music just shows how far the Fleadh's influence has reached. The musical connection between Ireland and Japan has been widely noted, built on shared values of tradition, respect and expression. Or take the 2016 Fleadh in Ennis, which drew over 400,000 attendees and generated nearly €40 million for the area. That record was later broken in 2023 when Mullingar welcomed over 600,000 people. And again in 2024, Wexford beat it with 650,000. Looking ahead from that, Fleadh 2025 returns to Wexford from August 3rd to August 10th. This year, organisers aim to break the Guinness World Record for the largest ceili band, after the current record of 386 was set in Croke Park in March 2024. If you want to be part of it, check out the link down in the description. You can apply to be part of this record. In the mid-20th century, Ireland was changing fast. Rural electrification shaped the countryside. Emigration soared, and the arrival of television brought new global influences while slowly eroding local traditions. But in this shifting landscape, the Fleadh became a cultural anchor.
The king with a palace and crown, for the blood of the race of O'Connor fills the veins of Mawakaling down.
Comhaltas championed not just the music but the Irish language, sean-nós singing, set dancing, storytelling, every piece of the cultural puzzle. They launched teaching branches at home and abroad. Children learned to play, sing and dance in settings that honoured their heritage. Storytelling festivals and language workshops helped revive what was fading. The Fleadh reinforced the value of these traditions, not just as history, but as something living, vital and worth passing on. In the 1960s, the Fleadh had to contend with hooligans. In the 2020s, the troublemaker was COVID-19. In 2020 and 2021, in-person events were cancelled. Streets went quiet. The music stopped almost. But instead of folding, comhaltas adapted. They launched FleadhFest, a virtual edition of the festival. Concerts, competitions and workshops moved online. It wasn't the same as a session in a packed pub, but it kept the music alive and opened the tradition to new global audiences. Just as the Fleadh had evolved through past challenges, it adapted once more. Whether facing a fistfight or a pandemic, the mission remained: keep the music going. But here's something you might not know. Irish traditional music isn't uniform. It's regionally distinct. A fiddle tune in Sligo might not sound the same as the same one coming from Kerry or Donegal. These regional styles are like accents, you know, full of nuance, personality and heritage. So how do you judge something like that? Imagine this, comparing the fluid East Galway style to the punchy Sliabh Luachra rhythm. If judges aren't familiar with a certain style, or have a bias, for example, fairness does come into question. But now consider this. People enter competitions to win. If one style keeps winning, others will begin to imitate it. Over time, this can create music, like a kind of musical standardization, a shift away from regional diversity. For me personally, this is a huge red flag. The very thing the Fleadh was built to preserve, variety, tradition, it can be diluted by the competitive structure. It is a paradox, but it is one worth discussing and keeping in mind. Still, this tension is a sign of life. It means people care, and the real task ahead is ensuring that, even as the standards rise, we protect what makes Irish music beautifully diverse.
Come up, my eldest son, and look on yonder strand, and see your father's new come bride before she comes to land.
The Fleadh today is absolutely massive. In 2025, Wexford will host it once again from August 3rd to the 10th. Last year saw a Guinness World Record for the largest tin whistle ensemble. This year, it's the largest ceili band. But beyond the spectacle, the Fleadh is about inclusion. It's about community. People of all ages and backgrounds come not just to compete, but to listen, learn and celebrate.
Aslan or Fleadh TV, let crazy world take it away! 1, 2, 3, ha! How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah. It's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
Fleadh evolves each year not to modernise for the sake of it, but to grow deeper roots. Whether through Guinness World Records or grassroots workshops, it remains grounded in one goal: to keep Irish tradition alive, vibrant and inclusive. So, who here is going to Fleadh 2025? Have you ever been to one yourself? Have you ever played in one even? Maybe you went years ago and still remember that buzz. Or maybe this year will be your first time. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Either way, please don't miss it. If you can, go. You'll have the time of your life. This isn't just a festival, it's a cultural force. Music flows from every single doorway. Sessions pop up on every corner. Toddlers dance, grannies clap, and strangers become friends through tunes. Irish music is alive, and the Fleadh proves it. New voices, fresh energy, and deep roots all meet in one unforgettable week. So whether you're competing, busking, dancing, or just wandering around with a bag of chips and a smile, Fleadh 2025 is calling. So thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with somebody who loves Irish music just as much as you. And if you've been to a Fleadh, as I said, drop your best memory down there in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Also, if you're interested in any Irish music merch, check out the shop there down in the description. We've a few hats and a few t-shirts there at the minute, and I'm going to keep releasing some more designs as time goes on, so keep an eye on it. Alright, so that's it. Until next time, slán go fóill. Cheers.